acting is actually bad.
At the Mac. Sounds like I'm head now.
I gotta leave a comment to get some chat XP.
There we go, much better quality.
Good. Now I am tied for first place.
So what I need to do today is put my headphones. That's the first. Oops. Where are my headphones? My headphones.
Headphone acquired.
Forced to be a
there are my
Moho.
headphones.
We turn up the Mac. So something's in my head now. Thank God.
I'll send you music.
No, I'm already listening to music, but it's like return. It's just a catchy song. It came out with your when did that song come out? It came out in 1996.
Yeah, so what I need to do today is, because I do a lot of volunteering at a base camp. And I'm also part of their, there's like a fund, and they get, like they collect donations or whatever to pay activities for kids in need and whatever. So, one of the things I need to do today is brainstorm a bunch of ideas of how to make people's donation like visible, like to kind of like thank them in a way. Like when you donate something to a charity, that's the word I was looking for. Like they could show it. And we have in one of our buildings, we have like a kind of board like this, very cute board, very fancy. Or there's like little plates of people who donated and stuff. But that thing is like ages old. And we want something new aside from that. That's what I'm gonna try to think about. I know that on the base camp there is a place to go to, like where there is like trees with like games that you can just do in the trees, like bridges and whatever. I don't know how it's called in English. Tree venture. And when you enter that way, there's like a big sign. Looks like the Moho Ranch itself, with like fences or whatever. And there's the name of the place, and there's a rope that says, "Do not enter!" Unsupervised. And I thought that we could use this as a nice place to put people's names and whatever, so I'm thinking of what it could be. And one thing that I thought is I could take, like, you know when you have like a log? Or like a branch? You could like cut it in pieces and have whatever they're called. They're like tiny pieces of a stump. And we could like write the name of the people what they did. You know, it's like, what is this? I don't know. So that's what I need to draw and figure out. So yeah, what are you
By the
guys
way-
gonna do today?
By the way, Z, somebody in the comments are saying that the music it's either high or
Oh,
your voice
fuck.
is really low.
I need to lower the music. Oops.
Yeah, that's true.
Ah, okay, I fixed it.
Let me check on
There's
my
not
side
supposed
here.
to be music. The music is just in the introductions. It's like instead of bring your own wine, it's bring your own music.
Damn, they have gotten better with the delay. It's super fast.
They or I did the hard work to fix it.
You did. Well, you did.
But
Proud
yeah,
of you.
it's
Wait.
I'm surprised there's not that much.
Mm-hmm. Tee-hee.
Oh, you're going to both to Moho and Blender.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're gonna blend it together.
Ha 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 ha.
Sorry.
Ba-dum-ts.
So yeah, how am I gonna do that? Maybe there could be like a tree. Because we have a nice tree. I don't know what it's called in English. What is it called? An oak, I think? Hey, okay, it's an oak. In French, we call it a chêne. Because we have a nice little oak tree. We
That
could, like, hang
sounded like
stuff on
dog in
it.
French.
Yeah, a little bit. Because they're a very round tree, and the one we have is kind of, it's a tiny baby. It's not super big. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that's how you import it. Okay. What? What? Yeah. So...
By the way, I don't know what you're streaming. I see like Moho, but it's very, very far away.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
you're zoomed out. Zoom your screen in.
No, it is fine. I don't. No, but what I see is okay. I don't know. Yeah, no, but I did zoom it
interesting.
out by mistake. It's supposed to be. Oh, wait, it is not working. What the heck? Today, what's going on? Ugh, my God.
Technical difficulties. Please hold on.
Always. How about
It's
now, Benson? How about now? Sorry for all the problems. I don't know. Nothing
Professor
ever
Oak.
works.
It's okay. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's an angry face.
Yeah, because I was showing before the the camp thing. Okay, back to my layer. So yeah, there's a bunch of things I need to do. Duty calls. What are you guys up to?
What am I? What? I'm just waking up right now. My brain is like, quiet.
Back to the animation mines.
Yep, same here. Back into the Moho mines. Looking at my rig right now, I'm just like, like I love Moho. I always vouch for it. But man, building rigs in any software just gets my teeth grit.
Well, because you keep trying to make them do hand drawn, like celebrate rigs for what they are, and don't try to make it replace the hand drawn in a way. Like find what is annoying to do in hand drawn and do it using a rig instead.
Oh no! It's like I love rigging. It's just like just building the rig that's like so many parts and pieces. Like I'm like that makes me go But once I get those bones in, it's smooth sailing. Because even a simple design can have lots of parts.
That is true. I still need
So
to
that's
touch
that.
Moho.
That's the thing I don't. That's the thing I go and but once I get everything all nice and placed in, it's fun for me.
Let's see the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, did you hear about upcoming new 2D animation software Animator Me? No, not at all. This could be a very good. Yeah, when it comes to software, I don't know. Like I tend to stick to one that made their how do we say
Put down establishment.
yeah, that are a bit established. Because learning an animation software takes forever, and it's really really time consuming. And you want to learn a bunch, but you don't want to learn too many, because what if you learn one that you never like, that you struggle with, whatever. So like, when it comes to animation softwares, I think with Blender being free, it doesn't get as any more indie. Like I don't know why you would use the new one that's called Me. I'm pretty sure it's great. It's just that if it's for the sake of it being indie and free, I would just rather stick to like a less expensive established software. But that's just me, because I have enough of Harmony. Like I know how to use Harmony, Flash, Animate, Maya, Moho, Harmony. No, like I am not
Storyboard.
to get it. Yeah, Storyboard Pro. Like I am not adding another one. Like Blender, I know my way around it. I am not adding Maya. Fuck 3ds Max. Okay, I am not adding. My brain cannot take it. So apologies. I will not cover Animator Me, and I didn't hear about it.
I
you guys hear about it?
What did I? Okay, it looks very simple, very
Nice.
basic, very simple. Good for people who want to start animation, but nowhere near a professional software.
Yeah, I think I would have liked it when I was like a child and I was playing with Pivot and all these. Like I used to animate in Pencil 2D. Like I had fun, but I think now I'm at a different place. But I think it's great for people who want to try new things or that don't have 30 years of age.
Yeah, like Animation Me looks like a good starting it, but there's also Clip Studio Paint, Krita, Pencil
I
2D,
forgot Clip Studio
Open
Paint. I have Clip
Tunes.
Studio Paint as well.
Oh yeah, I do too. Pencil 2D, Flip a Clip, which every kid started on.
No.
Like there's so many others. You didn't use Flip a Clip? I did.
I've never opened it.
I opened it for like 3 minutes and I'm like, this is weird. But that was when it first came out. So it's like, now it's okay, but still weird to use. But I've seen people use it. Ibis Paint, people animate in that. Like there's so many softwares out there that.
Well, you can't animate in MS Paint. You can draw in it, but you need an
No,
extra software.
I said Ibis.
Oh, Ibis. You can animate in Ibis? I had no idea.
Yes, you can.
I exclusively animate in PowerPoint.
I used to. I'd done that before. I mean, animating in Flash or PowerPoint, what's the big difference?
Yeah, I can agree to that.
There's so many great softwares out there. So
it
it's
just
all
depends on your needs.
Exactly.
And my needs are Flipno Studio.
Oh, I did Flipnote as well. I forgot about Flipnote. I did that.
Just pen, paper, and and photograph everything. As they used to do this. But
it all leads down to tools.
Yeah.
No rules, just tools.
No world, dash tool. Actually, a friend of mine, a friend of age of 13, 14, was trying to get into animation, doing something very, very simple. And basically, all she needed is to make hand drawing frame-by-frame animation. And something like simple, not just cut out. Yeah, probably just cut out, take a layer, move it somewhere, and have the keyframes between them. Turns out that not a lot of softwares are easy enough for, super beginner level when person is not ready to press all the buttons. And I see why so many softwares for beginners exist. because none of them is perfect and none of them is actually, well made.
So far,
Sometimes,
yesterday when I did the frame by frame in Moho for the first time, I was pleasantly surprised of how easy it is. Holy crap!
yeah, I also that Moho is not good for actually drawing
I mean, that's what
frame by frame and
that's
stuff.
what people say, and that's what like even the Moho people say. But I disagree. I had a very pleasant experience drawing in it. It's not TV Paint. It's not Photoshop. But fuck, it's animation. Okay, if you wanna paint like in Photoshop, use Photoshop. If you want Photoshop with a better timeline, take TV Paint. But like, I don't know. Like, I think Moho for what it has and what you need to do hand-drawn animation, I think it's pretty solid so far. It's got some nice textures too that you can use. It's not as deep as a actual 2D animation software, but I think it's pretty legit. It gets the job done.
It got potential. It got potential.
It does have very nice potential. I am good friends with a person who's basically like promoting Moho left and right.
Which one?
He's not like
There's a bunch.
One of them.
Which
There's a bunch
one?
of them.
yeah, and he's like fanatically pro. And honestly, the stuff they do is okay.
Is it Pierre
I
or
don't know.
Danny?
No, it's a Russian local fellow.
fun. I said, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's a Russian local fellow, and I think because of him and how active he is, and how he's like one of the biggest animation blogs in Russia, half of the Russian industry is slowly transitioning from Harmony to Moho, just because of him. Which is honestly not
nice.
Yeah, it's actually not that bad because most of the projects we do here are somewhat simpler and they don't need Harmony, especially when people barely know how to do good rigs in Harmony and they do bad rigs in Harmony, then they try to work with bad rigs and everything goes bad because the rigs are bad. And yeah, whole projects don't look good and they have a lot of problems because rigs are not made by professionals who actually know how to rig.
I mean, even professionals don't always know how to rig.
That is
we
true.
saw that happen, didn't we?
Oh, come on.
It's true though.
No, it's true.
I like.
I remember
think
when I
rigging
was in
is a very-
3ds Max and we had so many issues because the rigs were not proper. But
Yeah, like having someone who knows how to rig on your team is crucial for any project. Like, it doesn't matter the software. It matters if you know what to do in the software properly.
I keep saying that a lot of different projects also suffer. Like, if they want to do cutout animation, if they want to do it rigged, they introduce the actual rigging team way later in development, when the art has already been drawn, when they
Yeah.
decided on how the characters are going to look like, and the rigger then comes in and looks at this very nice looking characters that are very hard to rig.
yeah, I think like
Yeah.
that's a big mistake a lot of people do, where they design things and like rigging and design. If you want good result, should be done hand in hand. Not exactly hand in hand, but like there should be like collaboration between the two. Like, it's not like if in a project the riggers are the designers bitch, that's not good. Like, but at the same time, if designers are stopped from doing anything because of the rigs, that's also a problem. That's why I think it's more like a collaboration where you decide what do you accept and what do you what are going to be your that's what I used to tell studios. I was like, pick your battles. You want to go lineless, okay. Does your design support it? Or like, you want to add textures, okay, but does the level of animation and the complexity that you're aiming for support your rigs or your design having so many textures? Because if a thing is super textured but the animation is barely animated, then yeah, whatever. But so it's pick your battles.
Mm-hmm. It depends on the art direction overall.
Depends on the studio. Because some studios just want the specific style and they're like, we're not changing that. And we heard that rigged animation is cheaper, so please do that unrigged.
But it's not.
Rigs
It's
save
not.
time, but it's not
cheap.
cheaper. Rigs save
It
time
doesn't save time
when done right.
when done right. Yeah, it's the same thing where people say, "Oh, I don't want to do like rigged animation because it looks cheap." I'm like, no, it looks cheap because someone made it look cheap.
Mhm.
Rigged animation can look fantastic if you plan your things right. Just the same as hand-drawn animation can look like utter garbage. Just the same as rig can. It's just a matter of how you work and how you do it.
I just realized y'all's oaks over there in like the East Coast or eastern side of the North America look different from our oaks on here on the West
I mean,
Coast.
there's many kinds of oaks.
I know.
There's one that gives you a starter Pokemon and then sends you out on an adventure. That's pretty cool.
At 10 years old. Wow.
10 years old.
Responsible. Yeah.
Is it some kind of
in a
Pokemon lore?
software? I'm a big, huge fan of infinite canvas.
Bell, the joke was it's Professor Oak that gives you the first Pokemon.
Ah, okay.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was clear.
Yeah, all of the Pokemon professors are named after trees.
Most of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I barely know anything about Pokemon. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It sucks.
It's never late. Played the original 5 gens. Everything else is bad.
Oh, okay, I see where it goes. Okay,
Before we go on to Gen Wars, back on
Or
the
not.
whole
We
rigging
can also change
issue.
subject. I'm open.
Yeah.
I would challenge you on this, Renee, but I actually agree on you on this.
Challenge me then. Unless.
Just play the DS games, you'll be good.
Exactly. There we go.
Thank you, Neil.
Play Mystery Dungeon. That's all you need to know. Play Mystery Dungeon.
If you
Screw
want
the
to
mainline
try,
games.
Mystery Dungeon.
Sky.
Yep.
Play Mystery Dungeon if you care about story.
Yes.
But if you don't care about story, then Mystery Dungeon is gonna bore the hell out of you.
If you want to destroy your DS screen, play the Ranger games.
A Ranger. They should do a mobile Rangers game.
Oh my god. Rip my finger. No. That'll destroy people's fingers.
Jojo the Monkey has a good question. Why do we say that rigging is not cheaper than hand-drawn animation?
Because it depends on the design, okay? Exhibit A. Wait. Okay, yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take the Teen Titans example because that's always the best one.
People let the Teen Titans go. It's funny as hell. The show's funny as hell.
It is.
It is
funny.
funny.
I
It's
like
well
that
animated.
show. People
Yeah.
are like, yeah, but Teen Titans was better. I'm like, yes, it was, but it's different. Like, I have fun watching this, but I also have had a lot of fun watching this. Like they're like one, like both can coexist. Like, but what I'm trying to say. Oh wait, I'm missing one.
Teen Titans Go and Teen Titans 2004. And the comics. But don't ever read the comics.
Wait.
There were comics?
There were
you
comics.
kidding me?
Yeah, there were comics. Like, the comics were dark as fuck, but there were comics. Before Teen Titans was a show, there was a comic series.
Nightwing, that's his name. I forget what his badass
But
name
Rappy,
is.
what if I don't know how to read?
I weep for this country. Nightwing has its own series though, so.
Okay, I got it. Okay. So, 3 exhibits. Okay, there we go. This, if you rig it, yes, you're gonna save money. The designs were engineered to be rigged animation. You know, there's like clear distinction between the neck and the head. The pieces, like there's few details. It's nice. It's amazing. And this is gonna save you tons of money to animate it. Rigged. This one, not so much. I mean, it's not the actual art of the show, but you know what I mean. Like, this one had lots of shading. The fucking shading. This is what breaks the bank in any kind of animation, but especially rigged. Because, like, if you move the piece of the arm, then all the freaking highlights have to follow. And, like, all the details that goes into, like, the perspectives of the head, the highlights in the metal. This... rigged might you're not gonna save that much money. You might in some, if you have like 8 seasons in a movie, but this for hand-drawn might just be more effective, especially if you don't have the team to support it. If you're a studio with very crafty people that know what they're doing with rigs, you might be able to pull this one off with rigs, maybe. But I would go hybrid, like maybe rig the
And
head, hand draw the body, I don't know. So, yeah, definitely rigged. But this, like any kind of anime thing, like with the amount of like shading that goes into all of these pieces, all the muscle definition, the angles in the face, in rigs, anything that needs to move needs to be its own piece. So if you just think of this guy's bod over here, like this highlight would be a piece, this line here would be a piece, this other line would be one. And when I say one piece, it could also be multiple, because then maybe you need one piece that's going to be just the torso here, and then one that's more like the stomach, and then just for the torso, then you're going to have one piece for this little piece of collarbone, another one for the collarbone. Okay, it's going to be a freaking nightmare. You might as well draw this character 15 times before you moved it into one pose. Okay? So for very high detailed anime, and even this is not very high detail, this is more like, it's not an anime, but you know what I mean. Yeah, so like no, rigging this is not going to instantly save you money. I hope that's more clear. Have a nice day. And yeah, it really depends on the show. And the team. Never forget the team. Because sometimes studios that have never touched a rig in their life, they don't even know what a peg is, or like what a bone is, or what a vector is. Like they've done paper their whole life. If you think that you're gonna nail a very complex rigged show, quote unquote, because it's cheaper, it's not. You need to learn it. Just the same as when you started to animate, your hand-drawn animation was awful. So everything takes time to learn. So the show that the project that I'm working on, that I'm doing for my personal enjoyment, is hybrid, heavily leaning into rigs. Because yes, rigs are factually cheaper than hand-drawn when done right. Just the same as in 3D. And often the people are like, yeah, but you guys are just lazy. Everything is possible in rigging. Yes and no. Because when we say, like, in 3D for the longest time, and still today, most people don't have loose, long hair. They have ponytails, because it's much more efficient in 3D animation than having, like, to calculate all of that. But no one ever gives a shit to... give shits to like people who does 3D. They just respect that there's a limitation. The problem is that oftentimes when it comes to rigging, no matter the software, it's got such the rep of being hand-drawn but cheaper that it's actually detrimental, because when we try to impose a limit, being like, hey, this might be hard to do in rigged animation, they're like, oh, you're just lazy. You're just lazy. While in reality, it's not true. So rigging is great. Just like hand-drawn animation is great, but it's important, just like any techniques, to be aware of where it's powerful and where it's a bit more lacking, which is what a lot of people don't pay attention to. So it's not that rigged animation is better than hand-drawn. It's not that hand-drawn is better than rigged. It's just that they're great at different things. So if your project is more suited for hand-drawn, but you don't have a lot of budget, the answer is not to take your hand-drawn project and making it rigged. The answer is, okay, I'm going to take my project. Either you simplify it so that the hand-drawn become cost-effective, but like I said, factually, hand-drawn is usually more expensive than rig. So the good answer here would be to try and take your project that is hand-drawn and is too expensive as is, look where you can change it to make it more suitable to be rigged, and then you're going to save money. Does it make sense?
Yay! Yeah, it makes sense to me. Honestly, that's like actually a cute idea to hang it on a tree.
Right?
Wood
And
planking.
you can
That's
put,
cute.
You can put like little, whatever they're called, they go gling gling with it.
The bells.
Bells. It makes music. So that's cute. Because what I'm trying to do with this charity and whatever is also to avoid, and that's the very, like, we're in a forest. So in general, I'm a very ecological person. So I want to avoid, because some people like mention, oh, we could just like take one of the fences that I was showing before, or this, and we can just like buy a bunch of logs. You know, we can get like cheap logs from Temu or whatever, and just when people make a donation, we can lock the log there, and they wanted to mimic,
That Lovelock Bridge.
yeah, in Paris.
Ugh.
And I think it's not great to inspire from this, because this is just like over consuming at its best. And I'm like, do we really want to reproduce this garbage thing? Like, I think that's not okay, and I would not like to encourage buying garbage just for the sake of putting it there.
Oh, I've seen those in several cities. There's one downtown in my city.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan. Like, people can do whatever they want, but this is a charity for kids, and it's also like, we are in a forest, and we always try to, like, we try to teach like ecological values to people. So I'm like, why not preach by example? So that's the point I'm gonna try to bring.
Also, why not try to make bat boxes? If people like donate a lot, they can get a bat box in their name on it.
Oh, that is also something I wanted to propose. That's like bat boxes, but also like bird nests and whatever. So that's
yeah. That's what too.
Yeah. So that's
because
something. I have a bat nest in my backyard. It's so nice. I love
bats. Are super important.
I love bats. Maybe that's why I'm biased towards Sonar and Dispatch. That's my favorite character.
I personally think that I personally think that the Lovelock Bridge is great for giving free scrap metal to the community.
Steal it.
So yeah, so instead of locks and buying shit for cheap, like, I'm like, we are in a forest. We have equipment. We have trees that fall every few weeks. So I'm like, why not take a little, like, a branch that is quite thick and cut it into multiple pieces, and like, these are going to be the thing we use to write people's name or whatever their information is.
Well, like, the whole idea behind the Lovelock is that it's permanent. That's why a lot of the locks don't have keyholes. They're just like,
but they rust.
Yeah, as soon as they close, it's like, oh, they're there forever.
The city gets rid of it.
Yeah, nothing's permanent. Like, the idea behind, like, the metaphor, the symbolism behind it is our love is forever. But if you put just a branch of wood is gonna decay a lot faster than a
no, because you take care of it and you varnish it and whatever. Like, we've had decorations that's been there for ages and ages, and they never go bad.
Far longer than any Lovelock.
Yeah. So, you know, but we can craft those, and it's fun.
Cut it out of the stone.
Actually, how often do, like, they kind of just have someone go out there with, like, what is it? It's like clippers to just go and cut off the locks.
Right, on a regular basis, apparently.
In Paris, what they had to do, which is super sad, is they took these beautiful bridges and they had to put like plexiglass over them so that people stopped putting their goddamn it awful fucking locks on there.
Yeah.
Because what it does is like it makes the bridge heavier and then it breaks and then the city has to spend millions to fix it. Like people are fucking vain. Stop doing that. If anyone is watching my stream now, stop putting fucking locks where they're not supposed to be. If you want to show your love to someone, take a lock it on your fence. Have a good day, but like stop doing that bullshit thing.
There was a video somewhere.
Or plant a
about-
tree. Or plant a tree.
You want to
That's
show your
right.
love to someone?
Plant a tree, yeah.
Buy a fucking tree and plant
Plant a
it
tree.
somewhere. Do something.
Make sure it's native.
Do something useful for the planet.
Yeah.
I hate
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
make sure
have
it's-
a bunch of
garbage.
trees soon.
Anyway, sorry, I got.
Make sure it's native in your area too, because some
yeah.
trees are
Oh, yeah.
not.
Whoa,
For me,
whoa,
it
whoa.
would be the western coast oak for me. If you love
You-
me,
You're telling me that the symbolism I'm using for love, I have to like maintain and have responsibility over. I can't just like set it and forget it.
All right, so
Well, you
back
put it
to
that
the
way.
animation subject. People are saying I also. Something that amazes me is learning Hilda is rigged, but I'm also curious if it's would have been better but longer production in traditional. Okay, that's a good one. Hilda benefited from being rigged, hands down. It was an amazing production. The rigs were well thought out, and it went well because it was rigged. But they did adjust the design to make it rig friendly. There was a lot of decisions that they took to accommodate for the medium, which was smart. And you know, there's a bunch of, like, for example, like the characters had a rig for close-up scenes, but when they were far away, which happened a lot, they had another rig for just the far away pieces, and like it was a very simplified rig of the character. So this they were very careful. And also, let's not forget, Hilda was animated at Mercury Filmworks, which is on the planet one of the leading studios in terms of rigged animation. So what I'm saying is you could have taken the same Hilda rigs, the same production, given that to another studio, it would have looked like a hot mess.
Crap.
Just like if you take a heavy rig studio and you give them an anime pipeline, it's gonna look like a hot mess. Because learning a technique, learning a craft takes time. There is some studios that jump between one of them, that's great, but they're gonna have different people that have different strength in them. So that's why I'm saying, if you want to be an animator out there in the industry and stuff, and you only know hand-drawn, or you only know rig, I mean, knowing only rig might get you a bit elsewhere, but like, if you only know hand-drawn and you really want to make it into the industry, start to learn rigging before it's too late. And when I say too late, it's not that there's ever a time that's gonna be like, you don't have an expiry date. But let's say that you're looking for work and you see a very cool series and they're like, oh, we're looking for rigged animators. Now is not the time to learn it. You should have learned it way before, because then by the time you're ready to with your craft, the show will be over. So, you know, like, if you are serious and you really want to get a job in this industry, learn both as soon as you can. You don't have to be an expert at both, but you need to have at least common ground in both of these. Yeah.
Also speaking about like rigs and choosing between rigged and non-rigged animation, it's somewhat important not for like people who work on their personal projects, but for studios. That if you have some kind of style close to, I don't know, American Dad, or maybe even Common Side Effects, you know, this somewhat simplified, cartoonish, but yet a lot of details on the characters. And the studio that is doing the project is not the best studio, who's picking not the best animators. It's better to go rigged, even though it is easier. I mean, it would probably be cheaper and easier to do it hand-drawn, but the result is going to be bad hand-drawn, because when you're working with bad animators, it is easier to find people who can copy-paste specific keyframes and do stiff and bad-looking animation, but it's going to look okay, it's going to look acceptable.
Yeah, it depends on if your staff can or can draw. Because there are studios where their staff makes amazing drawing, but they cannot understand a rig at all. Like people can. I've been to studios where people barely understood what a tablet was. So,
Oh my god.
but they had amazing drawing skills. So for them, doing American Dad, drawing, easy peasy. With rigs, chaos. But other studios where artists are great with rigs, they do okay animation, but then if they need to draw, holy hell, no way. So it depends on your studio, on your people, on your where you are, and what the education is in that space. Because some countries have great cutout schools. Some countries has like some great hand drawn culture. So it's and that's why also when I mention culture, because sometimes I've heard, oh, so what? A studio is from France. What does it matter? Like people can just learn animation everywhere. Like who cares? It actually does matter because if you think of France, the culture of hand-drawn animation there is so ingrained that people bathe in it. Schools have like years and years of experience versus another place where a school could have just came out 2 years ago, but you don't have the baggage of that. Or like in California, if you have a school for animation, chances are that the school might have an easier time finding quality teacher who knows what they're doing versus a making an animation school somewhere, I don't know, like in a place in Canada that, most places in Canada don't have a big animation culture. I cannot say a place in particular because I'm gonna get canceled, but like
Idaho.
I don't know if Idaho have a animation culture, so I
They
cannot
don't.
judge. But like a place where there's never been really animation, you can put a school there if you want, but then you won't have the animation culture there. So like the people who have experience of working on projects in that area, and like because you can go to, like, if you visit, like if you go to Montreal in Canada or Vancouver, Los Angeles, New York, like the film industry is really present there. So you might go to like a fucking cafe and you might run into someone who knows animation and stuff like that. More so than if you go to a random town in
Idaho.
I don't know. Maybe I don't want to talk like maybe Idaho have a nice animation. I don't know, but like a place where a fucking desert where there's never been a fucking animation studio ever.
Yeah,
Then-
Idaho, because Idaho's mostly farming.
I don't know.
My sister-in-law lives there.
Utah.
Yeah. So I'm not saying that it's gonna suck. I'm just saying that just like some people have some cities and countries have great culture of other things. Like you were talking about agriculture. Agriculture is such a phenomenal, super interesting topic where you're gonna have places that have been growing stuff that, the stuff that we consume, that we eat for years and years, and they have so much knowledge about it, like which crops to plant with which and all that. So if I wanted to study like agriculture, I would do it in a place where people have been doing agriculture for many years. So that's also what I mean when I say where you are in the world also matters. Because now I read Cass, who's asking, would it be alright if you specialize more into Moho rigging compared to Harmony? I know a bit of both. And for that, if you want to solely be a rigger, if that's all you want to do, then I would suggest learning both, because rigging techniques are always useful for many different things. And like I've rigged so many years in Harmony and Maya, but the knowledge I've had in these softwares also helps me in other softwares. So if you want to be just a rigger, yeah, try to learn many different softwares. Of course, don't spread yourself too thin either, but it's always great to just know what's going on in the other turf. But when it comes to like which software you're going to use, just look at what's in your area, for example, because if you're in, I know that in Europe there's many jobs with Moho, which is super great, but it's not the case for every territory in the world. So, like, if you live in a town where all the studios are Harmony Studios, and you're like, I'm gonna learn Moho, like, that's great. You're gonna find remote work, I guess. But you are locking yourself out of these studios right next to your house where you could have worked. Same thing if you're in a place where in the same city there's 6 studios that use Moho, and you're like, I don't want to learn Moho. I only want to do cell action. Then you're like, okay, then. So, it really depends on where you are in the world. I hope it makes sense.
Cell action. Oh my god.
Yeah, wow.
It's great for like.
I
it's
wonder.
popular in. I think it's popular in the
Australia.
UK and in Australia as well. So, like, if you're in Australia, learn Moho and cell action is a good move because it's used there, as far as I remember. Yeah, but so.
And to complement what
Yeah.
Z says, I was originally trained in rigging in 3D at school, and even though it was a nightmare to learn 3D rigging, it did help me get my gist of how Harmony rigging works.
Mm-hmm.
So everything can be inherited. I would say those skills can be inherited in other programs. It can be a little bit daunting because sometimes the UI and stuff changes, but once you get used to it and once you know the terms and how things work, it'll be super easy. That
You're cutting out. Poor Renee.
Renee!
Oh, he just fully dipped.
You lost him.
Renee said nah.
Us.
Renee said nah.
Renee canceled.
Renee had to go. He didn't. Renee said nah.
The rigging mafia caught him. They were giving away
no.
secrets.
You had to.
Like, Moho makes me want to draw. I like that.
Moho makes you want to
Like,
draw.
that software has come so far since the last time I've used it. Good for them.
It really has. We need more bat boxes.
But they need to be placed the right
Properly.
way. Yeah, because otherwise they can just become a trap for them to get eaten by wildlife.
That's true. And also it depends on what region you are. Some bats want to be around flowers because they're pollinators.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's already bats in my backyard. That's why I was like, well, I'm going to give them a house.
Yeah, I think there's at least 1 or 2 bats that I saw in my backyard that, like, every so often I would see them circle over my backyard, probably eating bugs in the air or something.
Nice.
So I guess that'd be a good place for them. Right now, they've demolished my fence. The
bats are the construction guys near your door.
Both. I guess. No, tore up the fence. My house has been shaking the whole time y'all were talking. Because they're like digging out the stumps, so they're slamming the excavator into the ground over and over.
No, poor bats.
Yeah, I saw that video of the stump pulling up with like all the roots still like holding all the dirt together.
Yeah.
Wow.
Trees are mighty. It's insane how much they can like lift and live.
My grandparents were checking the rings on the tree and looking up to see how old they might be.
Hundreds of years.
I think the guess was possibly 80 years for the one that they cut down out front.
Damn.
Was it like a sick tree or something?
No, it's because it's technically on 2 properties.
Oh.
And so they sold that property and they're wiping everything from it. So that includes the trees that are on both of ours. Along with my grandparents asking them to cut down like some trees that are definitely over power lines.
Yeah. It's funny, what they do in Quebec very often is if there's like a power line. Because I know some people bury their power lines here. We can't really because the ground is very peculiar because of ice and whatever. So oftentimes, like, the power lines, they just, they go through the trees, but instead of cutting the trees, very often what they do is they just like cut the tree like this, and then it just looks like a Y.
I mean, if it works.
It works. People do it like on my street. There's so many, like the trees are like that, and I thought it was like this everywhere until I traveled. I'm like, no, it's not that common. But people usually just cut trees, but here, like, is it like? Do you have that in your area? Is it like I don't know? Like,
I've never seen it
No,
doing it.
really?
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
What?
Maybe it's because you're also in a very rural area.
No, even in the city, they would rather cut through a tree than knock it down.
My desk.
I see. That's your Canadian empathetic mindset.
I mean,
Also, we don't have trees here. We don't have.
In the U.S. of A. If that tree's in the way, we kill it, and then we
Shoot it with a gun.
We don't have trees here. What do you mean? You have cactuses.
Hit him with the old American tree gun.
If there's a tree near infrastructure, it gets cut down or very properly maintained.
Yeah, because they shave them. They shave the tree.
If a single leaf from it drops onto American property, it just has to go.
Yeah, we have to shoot the leaf with the gun.
I'm trying to find a picture, but I don't know how to describe it. Oh, I found one! Okay, so you're telling me that where you guys live, this is not common?
No, not at all.
What?
Actually, can you move the mouse there?
That look. Oh my god, just the hole through it.
I'm stealing that. That's good inspiration.
This is some freaking
like it's
puzzle.
very common.
Like if I was in a game and I saw this as like this is part of a puzzle, surely. Like I have to like stand in the right spot and line things up.
It's called I don't even know what that word is in English. It's called élalage, which means to make the tree breathe so that this can just get there. And oftentimes, they put the power lines near a tree because the tree holds the ground solid with his roots and also protects this from the wind. So like we're just using nature to make it right. Like
now you see that just makes too much sense though.
That's insane. Like because getting rid of the tree is gonna weaken the ground. So like win-win. Oh my god.
Yeah, but if the ground has been weakened, then we can hire like a construction company to fill that ground with concrete and strengthen it up, and then that's more business for the concrete company.
But it's a business. Like this is a whole job. Like that. I'm not kidding. Like since I have a lot of free time, that's what my mom has been like. You should just become one of these person because it's a very good job here in Quebec to be the person who takes care of these trees and just like climbs up. She's like, you like to climb up high and just do dumb shenanigans. You would like that job. And I'm like, you know what? I could. So I don't know. Maybe that's my new career. Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be a
trees.
Person.
Tree barber.
Like that if I didn't
Tree barber.
Tree barber. Hey, yo, man, can cut your shit.
It kind of looked like as if a hole just kind of was blasted through them.
Yeah, it does sound. I mean, it's rarely okay. The one I showed like this at first. Wait, was it? Where was it? The one with the giant gaping. Yeah, this one. I wouldn't say that's super common because typically trees are not that tall. But I've seen it. I've seen that too.
That could be referenced for like a lizard creature.
Yeah, because once it's like that, then the tree, because that's it. When you cut a tree branch, it doesn't really grow back. So you know, well, it does a little bit, but like you don't have to take care of it very often. So yeah, now you know you can have holes in trees. So
Wow.
I'm sure it's common worldwide, but I don't know. Super nice to see.
Now, do you
Anyway.
also have to have electrician like certification to do this too?
Yep. They're employed
Like,
by
I
the
hope
insurance
so.
company of the government. Anyway.
Nah, just let anybody climb up. Let Jerry go do it. Just whack the tree a few times, make sure it's not touching the
My
electricity.
neighbors did that, and they tried to take care of a tree near the power line, and they just let the tree fall in my backyard, and they broke my sailboat. So, some people are stupid.
Oh.
Poing, poing.
Damn.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Okay, let me check the chat. Sorry, we went on a tangent here. The best reference to use is when it has iStuck watermark, trust me. I mean, they do make good picture.
I mean, it's a real photo. The bar has been lowered over time.
Yeah, the dumb AI BS. So yeah, oh fuck, my pencil, my tablet pen lost a piece. Where did it go? No.
Yikes.
Went for a magical adventure. No, it's been returned back.
Tablet stands are so pricey.
Oh, I have to go in 10 minutes. I can still. Oh wait, no, actually, I think my dad is gonna be there soon. I'll write to him. Actually, yeah, I think I will need to end the stream. But hey, in the general chat of the server, because yes, we have a server, join our Discord server. I will send the link right now. If you think of any cool ideas to celebrate people who donate stuff to a campground, let me know. But yeah, so here is the link to the server into the chat. Whoop. And to enter, there's a little thing to do, but you'll figure it out. You guys are smart. And yeah, I might come back later tonight. No, because I have a meeting. I might come back tomorrow morning. We'll know. Who knows? So, what is the advice we give to people today?
Do your best!
Do your best and don't buy locks and put them on a bridge.
Wash your teeth.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth, yeah.
Eat your trees.
Eat your
Oh, your
drugs.
trees.
Don't do your parents. Obey your vegetables.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye!